Hey guys, Tabitha here. I am in the middle of a VIP inventory clearance sale, and I know that some of you have been interested in running one of these in the past, so I am going to quickly run through how to do something like this. But before I begin, many of you are new team leaders, and this is probably not something that you want to do right now. I do it now twice a year as my kind of personal VIP sale for my previous hostesses. I love offering them a little something extra for being my partner in promoting literacy. I greatly appreciate my hostesses. Without them, I wouldn't have a business. And I constantly have, several $1,000s in inventory on hand. So sometimes I just like to clear it out and get some new stuff. So if you don't have much inventory, this is not really the route that you're going to want to go with your own personal sale, but you might be able to pick up an idea or two. And also, it's just something to know about for the future in case you ever want to do it. And just know also that it is a major trip to the post office. So go into it knowing that it's also work. But I always get a ton of sales from this. My last one, I sold at least $1,500 in books. And I always book parties from it. I've gotten recruits from it. Actually, Bonnie and Kristen, I think you were both VIP party guests at my last one. And look at you now. I sure am glad that I had that party just for that. Okay, so let's go to the VIP sale that I had set up. And I set it up as a private event, obviously. And as you can see, a lot of people wanted to come. And so, first thing that I did, which actually I need to pin this to the top, is I created a schedule for the event. So you can see here, they know what time I'm going to post different types of books because they really have different interests. So I want them to have an idea of when they can plan to be online because a lot of the books that I post, a lot of the albums sell out very quickly. And all they need to do is click on the picture and type sold when they want it. A new thing that I'm doing that my friend Jill Cox started doing, so I'm going to try it out tonight, is I'm adding in a 30-minute live mystery host party tonight because there's always additional things that they want to order. So I'm going to have some new book videos for them to watch, and somebody's going to win all the host rewards, and I'll probably also offer them free shipping. I'm very generous with my hostesses again because I really appreciate them, and I have seen the return on that generosity. Okay, so I would recommend creating a schedule of when you're going to be posting things. Now, how to do that. So, what you need to do, I'm going to actually have to open up a third Facebook tab. So, what you need to do is go to your personal page and click on photos. And here you're going to want to create an album, and I'm going to show you how to do that here shortly. But you can see here several. Oh, Melanthea, did you see that picture upload of Maya? Oh, so sweet. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, anyways, you can see here some albums that I have created. So, okay, let me actually just go back and show you how to create one. So you just click on create album. So one album that I'm going to have to create is, okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to backtrack again. I apologize. I just realized in the moment, I should record some of this real quick as a quick little training. So actually what you need to do is you need to go through your inventory and make a list of all of the books that you're going to be selling. And then you need to go to your website and you need to find pictures for those books. So I'm going to need to do, let's see, I am still going to need to do a coloring book, drawing and coloring book album. And let's see. I don't know if I have the Mexican patterns to color saved or not. So I need to save all of the images for all of the books that I'm going to sell. And I created a VIP sale, and then I have different files that I'm going to use. Okay, so I did have it saved, but if I didn't, I would just save it to that album. Okay, makes sense, or save it to that file. And then you go to create an album and pick a picture that you want to start with. So let me go to my coloring, and I know I have some Mexican patterns to color. Okay. And you can see here people are commenting on my photo, which I'll show you here soon because they just comment sold and I sell a lot of them. Okay, so I have created here, I have started my album, and I would just keep adding the pictures of all the books that I'm going to be selling in that time slot, in that category. What else do I know I have in there? Okay, so once you have all your pictures, you also want to go down. This is super important. Go down to the bottom there. It's automatically on public setting. You want to change that to only me. So nobody will see this. Once you post the album, nobody can see these. Trust me, you don't want it set up as public. And then you go through each one and you can say a description about it if you want. And then I always type regularly $5.99 on sale. Let me see right here, $5.99. So let's say I gave them 25% off. I would just do $4.50, save 25%. And then I tell them how many I have available. So I have 5 available. So they can see as they're selling out if there are any left. So you're going to do that with all of those, and you're going to name your album. So I've started putting in the dates, so I know because I have all these different albums now. And then as long as you have it set as only me, you can then post it. Okay? Now, when you're ready to post that album, between 5 and 10 minutes before the time slot to post that album, you're going to, let's say you just go back to your album. So my next album that I just posted Christmas, my next one on schedule is Chapter Books. So I would go to that album, and I'm going to get a link for it. So I want to copy the link, and when I am ready to post that, I will do whatever number it is. I will post the link, and it will show up, and they'll click on the pictures and be able to scroll through. I'll show you what that looks like here soon, but I'm not posting this right now. Okay. Then you need to edit it because remember it's set up so only you can see it. So you click edit on the album and you change it to custom. And you then click specific people or lists. And then you go through and you start typing in all the people who are RSVP'd yes or maybe, or your whole guest list, or whatever you want to do. You add in all of their names and then you click Save Changes. So let me just throw in my sister's name. Actually, I'm going to throw in Lisa Gallo since she's not in the sale and she won't get confused by it. So Save Changes. Now, only Lisa can see this, but whoever I chose to have see it will now see it. However, you have to click Done or that did not save. So then when I go back and I post these chapter books, all the people in the party are going to be able to see the pictures because I made it so that they could. Now, let's go through and see what this looks like. So, for example, my first posting was picture books. So here you can see what it is, what the sale was. Now remember, I'm really generous, especially with some things that I know I got pretty cheap too. And you can see here they just type sold and how many are available. And then I usually go back and say, oh, that's sold out. There's one left, blah, blah, blah. So you can see it does very well. And I'll say I get mine are more successful every single one that I do because my VIP people become more and more familiar with it. They know that titles go really fast, like the baby board books. Even though Hedgehog didn't, I can't believe it didn't sell out, but I think just about all the others all sold out. So certain things will go really fast. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell in terms of how to set it up. It will take you all day to do this event. So it's pretty much committing your whole day to it. But I tell you what, it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to sell off inventory. It is fantastic. It's a fantastic way to show gratitude and customer service with your VIP people, whomever you decide that is. For me, it is my previous hostesses, and of course, a couple family members, but they were probably all hostesses too. And yeah, then it's going to be a major trip to the post office. As for that, I tell them that I will get shipping as cheap as possible using flat rate boxes or maybe sometimes media mail or whatever the case. So I usually do just go to the post office and mail everything out and keep track of how much each thing was to mail. And then I have them PayPal me how much total they owe me. But you can also figure that out in advance and then have them PayPal you and then take it to the post office, whatever you are familiar with. For some local people, they choose to just pick it up for me, and that's fine. Although I'd rather a trip to the post office because people get busy and then these books linger for here for a long time. But it is up to them if they want to do that. So that is a VIP inventory clearance sale in a nutshell. But you can definitely take some of these concepts and apply it to maybe not looking exactly like this. But just wanted to share because I know a lot of you were interested in the past. Hope that helps. Happy selling.